I had a YouTube video pop up yesterday. I watched a big cat get a bath. I don't know what the lady's YouTube channel was. Not like a big cat, like a lion, but like just like a really fat cat. And now I feel like this stream needs more cat videos. Girl with the dogs? Is it? Well, that sounds like a girl with dogs, not cats. My God, this music is terrible. She does dogs, or she does cats sometimes? Wait, what's her name? Girl with the dogs. Oh, cat. It was her. Oh, I think it was... Oh, no. Oh, no.
For today's groom, I needed to get my forklift certificate.
Oh, no. Listen, you can have like big... You can have like... No, this is not a chunker, guys. This is an obese cat. You can have like a chunker, like a big cat. Honey's a big cat. Aslan was kind of a big cat. You can have like a chunker, but when they're obese, they can't take care of themselves. This is not good. Cats should not be this big. Well, hold on. Let's see. Let's take a look. He might be a floofer. Chonker means obese cat. No. Chonker is like a chubber. Chonker is like a cat with a lot to love, okay? An obese cat is an unloved cat. It's a difference.
For today's groom, I needed to get my forklift certificate. This is Brian, and although he looks like a...
Oh my God, I didn't realize we had Chonker's classification charts. Hold on. Okay, we got a fine boy. He chunk. Okay, I think heckin' chunker is about as far as you can go. That even the heckin' chunker, once the belly pouch starts to droop here, you're getting into the danger zone. This is big danger zone territory, okay? So somewhere between these two, I think. Hefty chonk. This is too much. He's transcended further beyond. Mega chonk. Absolutely not okay. And oh loud, he coming. This is mega chonkin'. Not good. Not good.
sumo wrestler. He is in fact a cat.
Good kitty. You're okay. This is posing to be more difficult than I thought.
He's here today because trying to groom himself is the equivalent of a pumpkin doing a sit-up. So he needs a little assistance.
Aww.
You're a bit of a mess, mister. Please do not attempt any fancy escapes. It's all right, buddy. It's okay, Brian. You've got some really bad dandruff.
This has nothing to do with exercise, by the way. Over-processed diet. I mean, I agree a bit that exercise isn't as important here. He's just getting fed too much. I don't think over-processed matters, though. He's just being fed too much.
I don't think you've cleaned yourself in a decade. I wish I could put him in the cat bath, but he most certainly will not fit in it.
Oh my God. I like how she's just shitting on him and he's like right here listening. Okay, even fully wet, this guy is mega chonkin'.
I wonder how much this cat weighs. I'm gonna say around 30 pounds. You're okay, Brian. You really chubby thing. No. There's no way I'm holding you back. The force of nature. It's okay. You're okay, Brian. No.
Why is this cat's name Brian? That's a red flag.
Don't get any ideas. Should we get him a happy hoodie? Okay, he's getting a second shampoo and Pro Hex from the vet because he's got something going on with the skin.
Oh, she put the thing on his
I feel
face.
like he's wide enough to be someone's footstool. Buddy, stop crying. You're making me sad. It's okay, buddy. It's almost over. Okay, the bath is over. It's over.
What? He's overeating because the food he is getting doesn't meet his nutritional needs. Same with fat people. Fat people are so common in the USA not because they're lazy, but because they're eating literal fake food that fills them, but has zero nutrition and causes them to crave more and more and more. Okay.
I don't even think fat is the right term to use for this size of a cat.
Luckily, he's still fit in the rage cage. When I asked the owners why Brian was the size of a cruise ship, they told me he beats up his fur siblings and steals their food. Apparently,
Jesus.
Brian is actually starving.
This cat's gonna shed a lot of hair.
Due to his size, I didn't think I had much to be concerned about in regards to retaliation, but I was wrong.
Oh, God.
Oh my
I
God.
feel like getting smacked in the face by Brian would be the equivalent of a bear claw. I thought I was wrong.
I watched one other video and she was talking about how like this cat was mean. Not this one, but another one. But I feel like these cats put up with a lot. This is a...
Apparently, Brian is actually starving.
Or maybe I'm just used to really mean cats. This is a lot for a cat to deal with. He's just kind of chilling. He's just kind of chilling.
Due to his size, I didn't think I had much to be concerned about in regards to retaliation, but I was wrong.
Oh, God.
I feel like getting smacked in the face by Brian would be the equivalent of a bear claw.
Still got tons of dandruff. Holy moly. The etiquette groomer is working pretty well to get rid of a lot of that dandruff. See that? Much better it is now. We should have weight loss TV shows for cats.
Is it true that you won't be hungry if nutritional needs are met? Seems like could always stack potato chips on top of needs. No, that's not true. Your body doesn't detect how much nutrients you have. In a very sort of roundabout way, that can be like a proxy for true stuff because unprocessed food tends to be more satiating than ultra-processed food, but your body can't detect how much of its nutrients are being met. It just doesn't work that way at all. I don't know why. Why you can't tell if you're short on something. You think you would have evolved that. Probably not, I guess. Because most of the shit you ate probably had like a variety of shit being met. Maybe, I guess. I don't know. Your body can make use of a lot of shit, but...
He'd be the #1 star.
An interesting thing about fat cats is that they are actually easier for groomers to work on. Their rotund size means the only thing they run to is their food bowl, and their lard actually stretches out their skin, making it less likely to get caught in our clipper blades. Usually, chubby cats come out with a smoother looking haircut than regular size or skinny cats.
Aw, look at that kitty chin.
Well, your butt is gross.
I really wanted to know how much Brian actually weighs. So I stepped on the scale first without him, and then I picked him up because there...
Do you think vitamin deficiencies are a relatively new phenomenon? I don't know. The thing is, humans can survive on a really broad array of things. If I had to guess, my guess is going to be that I could totally see it being either way. I could see it being that early humans were just deficient in a lot of things, but the body is pretty adaptable, so you just got over it. But I could also see it because you can't really eat a ton of just one thing, right? You can't just eat a lot of one thing. In the days of old, because there was no agriculture. But Just because you're reading a variety of things doesn't guarantee all you're. I don't know. My guess is we probably weren't that vitamin deficient. That'd be my guess. I'm not sure.
There ain't no way he's fitting on this scale on his own.
Holy man, this cat's friggin' heavy.
30 pounds?
I said 30
Right on.
pounds.
30.
Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the Blubbery Brian.
Aww.
You might want to.
Vitamin deficiencies are relatively new. As new as agricultural revolution, and grain made up most of your diet. You're wrong. You're so wrong. Hunter-gatherers got more nutrition than agriculturalists. Simple Google search. You literally just repeated the same thing I said. That should be the new meme. Just repeat what I say, but then say you're wrong, and then just repeat what I say in other words. That's actually the most fun thing to read. Thank you. Yes. Oh, he actually has an issue, but he cures him. Jesus Christ. Okay, what was this? Humans are evolved to eat mainly meat, short cecum, high stomach acidity, small upper intestine. I don't think that's true at all. I'm pretty sure we can eat like a huge variety of things. We can eat a ton. We are multi-capable, okay? We can eat so many different things. Meat is ultra super convenient just because there's so many vitamins and things packed in because the other animals done all the work for us, okay? Meat is just nice because it's like you sent a thing into the world and you're like, I need you to go and eat a balanced diet. And then once you've eaten it, I will eat you and absorb it through you. Meat is very convenient. Well, once you start cooking meat, especially, it's super convenient. But we can eat, we can eat. Not only that, actually, my guess is going to be we probably eat way more meat today than we ate as hunter-gatherers, my guess. But that's probably going to be regional specific too. There's probably some regions of the world where they ate more meat and some regions of the world where they ate not as much meat. But is this remarkable because the man with cerebral palsy is also like taking his brother with him? Or is this just a person doing cerebral palsy, or a person doing an Ironman triathlon carrying the cerebral palsy person with him? Wait, what? I mean, it's. I mean, what? I don't understand. Is this really a remarkable feat? Did he do anything? It's a Reddit bait. I thought I was going to watch a Kino movie yesterday, for some reason, my mind was prepared for absolute cinematic masterpiece. And instead, I watched a movie called It Follows. That's a decent movie. I would give it a 4 out of 10. I don't think it was that good. Apparently it's about STDs, though. I doubt it's about STDs. It's probably about, like, in an allegorical sense, it's probably about, like, the trauma of... It's something to do with, like, sexual relationships and trauma that we pass on from one person to the next or some bullshit. Something like that. But it was not Kino. I did not think it was a very good movie. We would give this guy a lifter flare. What an absolute god. Early human life expectancy was like 25 years. Life expectancy is supposed to be like the chance of you surviving or the average age you survive to or some bullshit, like at the time of birth. Life expectancy in the early days was pretty fucked, I think, because of childhood mortality and because children would just die because they were retarded and there weren't science to protect them. But I think our human lifespan, it hasn't changed that dramatically over the last 10,000 years or whatever, I don't think. We looked this up before. What am I looking for? Fuck, I was just about to Google something. My mind got wiped. It's too early for me. Why? This tweet is so old. Man, I wish everyone would stop. Okay. Cardale Jones visits kid in hospital to play video games, beats him 91-35 in NCAA football. Man, I wish everyone would stop saying I beat a kid in the hospital 91-35. It was 98-35. I had 91 with 1 minute 26 seconds left in the fourth. Why? Why do people argue to raise retirement ages? I mean, our overall lifespan has increased, and like any increase in the upper ages is like really big. But I think it's increased like 15 to 20 years, but people think it's increased like 50 years or 60 years. People are like, oh, you used to die all the time when you were 22 years old, and now we live till we're 85. It's like, no, you used to die a lot as a kid of diseases because there were no vaccines, because Pfizer and Fauci weren't here to save us. Also, we don't want anybody working past 65 because nobody wants to deal with a 65-year-old employee, okay? Got him. I was supposed to do a show earlier, but the guy's audio stuff didn't work. So now I'm just here streaming, and I'm tired. And I have to leave at 2 to go talk to Samuel Harrison. Okay, let's go. What do I have in my title today? Warren Smith review. Hasan stuff. Okay, hit me up with the Hasan stuff. What do we got? What's up, Iced Pick? Wow, God, that game looks awesome.
I love you so.
What I need? A fucking Al's beef sandwich, bitch.
And be counted out. She knows what it's like to be the underdog and yet still beat the odds. And now she has created so much electricity, so much optimism, so much joy throughout the nation, and it is why we need her leadership in this historic moment.
Bro, Trump looks like shit.
We are living in a time when some are trying to divide us.
Oh, God.
To separate us in ways that make it difficult for us to come together. Well, look, my sister rejects that view. Where others push darkness, Kamala sees promise. Where others feel detachment, Kamala fosters connection. Where others want to drag us back to the past, my sister said...
It's pretty crazy that people are like how are they like faking the enthusiasm for this stuff? I don't know.
For Republicans or for Democrats? Uh-oh. Oh, no.
No, I just like, is it good?
Because Kamala
Maybe it's just not for me. I'm not the target audience.
We have so much more in common than what separates us. She knows the measure of our success isn't just winning an election.
Be mad. Oh,
it's
no.
about who we bring along and lift up in the process. And so as I look out at
Are we not
all of
lived
you
up
today,
anymore? I mean,
take in this
I,
incredible
dude,
moment.
I'm not kidding.
I so wish
Regardless of the
that Mommy could be
accommodations,
here tonight.
it's not even a joke. Regardless of the
just see
accommodations,
her.
like going to the DNC actually kind of like opened my eyes to a lot of things.
Oh, no.
Okay. For one, the fact that they like, after all of this pressure, they were like, nah, we're not going to let any Palestinians speak. Get the fuck out of here.
That's like the most obvious thing in the universe. That's the most obvious thing. It would be like letting a cop speak at an Antifa rally. Like, yeah, no shit, Sherlock. After the way that you animals have conducted yourselves, the Hamas chants, the Houthi slogan signs, the insane, all the sloganeering, you with the Houthi interviews, like what? Yeah, what do you think? Like, well, okay, well, can you just let one of us? Can you just let one of us on stage come and just like, well, you could vet us for? Yeah, no shit. You guys acted like insane people. Why the fuck would you ever expect to have a seat at the table with the grown-ups? How would an unfathomably fucking crazy state? That would be like me being indignant that Barack Obama and Biden won't sit down with me for an interview because you're mad at some tweets. Really? Come on. Okay, who cares? You guys are old. All right, we've all fucked a few kids in a video game. Fuck them over in a video game. Hello. In Call of Duty. All right.
They were like, no, sorry. We have a fucking cop who literally was doing DIY, like sex trafficking operations and investigations. with a fucking right-wing nut job.
Wait, what? Did I miss the sex? Did I miss the sex trafficking training course? Hello? I didn't know they invited Andrew Tate to speak.
Job. Okay? That guy has to speak. We have a fucking former Trump Republican that is like an MSNBC fan favorite. That guy has to speak. Fuck you if you're like a lifelong Democrat that happens to be Palestinian. You know what I mean? Sorry. Sucks to suck. You ain't got shit. It's so racist. It's so fucking gross. It's so disgusting. I'm sorry. It is what it is. That's just straight white supremacist ass bullshit. Okay?
Yes. King. Yes. White supremacy. Yes, it is. Yes. Yes. Kamala, call me mommy, come on stage and talk to me. And then Obama could come afterwards. And then Oprah. We can all talk about white supremacy. Yes. Yes.
You can dress it up any way you fucking want. That's American chauvinism right there. That's
it is dressed up. Thank God. I'm glad they got the blacks here to save us from our white supremacist guilt. Thank God. Hell yes.
Western chauvinism.
You know, that's the only reason they have the blacks at this event, right? Is to just save us from our white supremacist guilt.
That is bullshit, okay? That's gross as fuck. It's racist as fuck. It doesn't matter if the candidate is black. It's still fucking white supremacy through and through, okay?
I know he didn't just appropriate the black woman sassy clap. Did he just do that? Oof. Somebody better talk to him.
The Democratic Party said tonight and the day prior, we got billionaires. We're going to bring them on to the fucking center stage. We got former Trump Republicans. We're going to bring them onto the center stage. Okay? We got psycho fucking cops. We're going to bring them on the fucking... What? Hasan unironically said this? What?
This is so awesome. Celebrities are usually stupid and lame, but then when they say things that I agree with, they're actually so real and based.
Anyway, it's fucking ridiculous, dude. You got Pizzagate cops and shit out there who are, you got Border Patrol guys being like, yeah, we're gonna fuck it up. We're gonna fuck up.
Does Hasan want Kamala to lose? What's the point of this grandstanding? He's a tanky. Tankies don't give a fuck what happens for the political system because most of them are insulated. 99% of them are insulated from any of the actual stuff that happens on the political level because they tend to be affluent, they tend to be white, they tend to live in like decent communities where everything's already taken care of for them. So it doesn't matter one way or another who the president is. So all they have to really talk about are kind of like the pet issues that are important to them. So like Israel-Palestine will be an important issue. They don't actually give a fuck about anything that happens. None of the other domestic policies matter. They just like you find your pet issue and then this is the thing that you fixate on to separate yourself from the unwashed masses.
Up the migrants and we're putting them on the center stage, but you don't got a fucking moment for Palestinian Americans. You don't got a fucking moment for Palestinian Americans, dude. That's crazy. That's unacceptable. That's white supremacy. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Here.
If money is evil, then that building is hell. This is the most obnoxious group of money-hungry, low IQ, high-energy, jackrabbit, fucking wannabe, big-time, small-time, shit-talking, bothersome, irritating bunch of motherfuckers I have ever had to endure for more than 5 minutes.
White supremacy? Come on, dude. That's a stretch. Listen up, big dog. I used a different terminology there for your fucking stupid-ass brain to handle, okay? I'm using white supremacy so your fucking dumb mouth breathing ass can understand the words that are coming out of my mouth. It's called American jingoism. Okay? It's Western chauvinism. Do you understand what is happening here?
Western chauvinism? Chauvin's literally in jail for killing Floyd. What the fuck is he talking about?
Do you get what the Democratic Party is also playing a role? Do you understand what the Democratic Party there is doing? When they say, we don't give a fuck. If you're Palestinian, you shut the fuck up, okay? If you're a goddamn Palestinian, here are all the other fucking people that are more important for us than you, okay? Literally every single person in the Democratic Party's infrastructure, and then people outside of that infrastructure, cops, border patrol agents, billionaires that are not even fucking in the Democratic Party. You're a lifelong Democrat. You spent your whole time, you spent your whole goddamn life fighting for the Democratic Party. You're a fucking state, you're a part of the state apparatus in your own goddamn state, okay? And they say, fuck you. You're fucking Palestinian. We don't want to hear from you, okay?
You guys are literally outside protesting the event. Like, you can't have a shitstorm of insane fucking protests and riots and, you know, just like shitting and pissing and crying and coming in your own mouths for months and months. And then at the end be like, well, okay, can we have a seat at the table now? Can we come talk? Can we come talk now? No. Like, I talked with Dan about this last night. What's happening is the worst case scenario, by the way. If you're an outsider, if you're a radical, the worst case scenario is not that your party ignores you and loses. It's that your party ignores you and wins, because now you've lost all your leverage. Like, oh shit, we can win elections without you. Well, have fun out in the cold, I guess, because who the fuck is going to listen to you now? You've lost everything. Like, you deserve this. This is the gamble that you made. Like, yeah.
Suck my dick. There is no way to look at this in any other lens,
Worried
okay?
about a secure retirement for themselves.
Bullshit.
Kamala will fight for you, for any one of our allies, anywhere in the world, wondering if America still has your back. Remember this: Kamala will fight for you.
Can I ask you? Hi, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Why are you flying a Hezbollah flag?
Because I support Hezbollah, Hamas, the PLO. I support China, Russia.
Why?
I support North Korea. I don't
Why do
support
you
America.
support?
This can't be real. Okay, this is a meme, right? He's even got the fucking Pomeranian. This is a meme, right?
North Korea. I don't
Why do
support
you
America.
support terror proxies?
Because America is a terrorist state, and so is Israel.
Well, you can disagree with American foreign policy, but this is literally a flag of a terrorist
He's a
state.
known neo-Nazi.
I'm pro-Palestine,
All right,
and I
Kamala's
would
a
never.
And you deserved it. You found the most based guy. Maybe if you say to your question neutrally, as in your tweet. You already judged him. Why should he speak to anyone who does that?
Fascist.
Fly that
Well,
flag.
Kamala's a fascist. You're
What
a
do you
fascist.
know about Hezbollah?
You're a fascist.
What do you know about Hezbollah?
You're a fascist.
What do you know about
That
Hezbollah?
they kill Americans who occupy countries they shouldn't be in. So fuck America.
Ooh, we got bad languages. Not good. You seem like a major bootlegger. Liquor. Sorry. Jesus. He meant fashionable. Real. I love him. I mean, you got destroyed. Why would you post a video that makes you so obviously look bad? Hezbollah is not a terrorist group. How many of these are bots? Who knows?
And when she fights, we win. Kamala's
It's
ready.
white supremacy.
Kamala's ready. The question is, are we? Are we going to stand up and fight for Kamala like she'll stand up and fight for us? All right. If you're ready, my home state of North Carolina, stand up. Stand up, Pennsylvania. Stand up, Michigan.
I'm about to be in a much better mood after eating this shit, though. Let me tell you.
Stand up, Georgia. Stand up, Nevada. Stand up, Arizona. Stand up, America. Are we going to stand up? Are we going to fight? Are we going to vote?
Governor Roy Cooper with a rallying cry for this convention hall that is about as fired up as it can get, and yet we are now entering a portion of the programming that gets us ready for the speech from Kamala Harris, a biographical video. Let's watch.
Your first grade teacher would show up at law school graduation.
Do you think she even brought up Palestine when she was in grade school?
It's where Kamala Harris learned what it means to be in the middle class, making every paycheck count. She was raised by a working mom who taught her about standing up for what's right and protecting the people you love.
Kamala carries the lessons of our mother, the fighting spirit of our mother, the compassion.
She was all of 5 feet tall. If you met her, you would have thought she was 7 feet tall. And our mother, if I'd ever come home complaining about anything, she wouldn't have it. The first thing she'd say is, well, just stop the complaining. Just tell me what you're going to do about it.
Oh, damn.
She was a young girl. Kamala Harris has been fighting for families like the ones she grew up with.
That is Kamala. She can't help herself from standing up for people and standing up for what she thinks is right. She has been that way our whole lives, being a protector.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with Chicago dogs, but it's more fucking pepper than is more pepper and more pickle than dog.
Pepper. Do you think it's too spicy for him?
Who targeted women and children, and fraudsters who ripped off working families. And she put dangerous gang members and human traffickers behind bars.
It makes no dang sense.
DOJ or FBI or DEA or any of those law enforcement
I
agencies.
prefer a New York dog.
We all work collaboratively. She was the person who built the foundation in how we do criminal justice in America.
Is there celery in this?
I don't get the not black attacks. If you're half black, can't you call yourself black? The nice thing about being a half breed, the nice thing about being a halfie, about being a mixed person, is everybody can hate you for whatever reason they want. That's the amazing thing. All right? If you're mixed, your pure bloods will hate you for not being pure enough, and white people will always hate you for not being white. So you get to reign in the best of all worlds. Do you know how tough my life has been as a Cuban American and all the Hispanic discrimination that I faced? Every single day when I'd show up to gym tired because I was busy working in the cornfields for the entirety of the last night up till 4 a.m. to help feed my family. And people were like, oh, look, here's Esteban. He's sad today because it's not swim class in gym because that's the only thing this Cuban fuck can do. They didn't call me a Cuban fuck. They said other words that I can't repeat. Every single day I got that. And then when I went to hang out with my Cuban friends, they would call me a sellout white devil. I'm sorry. I'm done.
What am I eating, a fucking salad? What the fuck is this?
I just want to go back to sleep.
Winning $20 billion for California families. She took on one of the largest for-profit colleges that was scamming students. And in the Senate, she fought for her constituents with a determination.
I'm trying to remember, did the left shit on Obama in similar ways back in 2008? Radicals didn't show up. Radicals weren't just... There were no radical people at school in 2008. I don't know why. Where were they? I feel like you had the Ron Paul fans. Were there far left people in America? There must have been. Where were they? Why don't I remember any of them? Maybe they existed, but because I was a Republican, all the left was far left to me in 2008. I was a Ron Paul stan. I probably actually thought Obama was a communist. So, yeah, who knows? Yeah, there also is no Twitter, so who the fuck knows?
The prosecutor, standing up for reproductive.
Oh, true, actually, maybe. I bet you could study that. People had other identities, like emo and punk, and they were scene kids and stuff like that, but you didn't have to do, like, politics. You just had, like, you might have been, like, a little sceney or whatever. You didn't have to have a political belief. Now, every label you have it has to be political and trans, apparently. Like, so maybe it's, yeah, now all of those groups also... Right, you might go to I don't know. Never mind. Actually, I don't want to make assumptions, but they're all like, everything is so much more political these days. Everybody's supposed to have opinions about fucking every single political issue if you're part of any like subculture. I don't know why. It's cringe.
The freedom.
Can you think of any laws that give the government the power to make decisions about the male body?
I'm not thinking of any right now, Senator.
She fought to keep our
That give the government
Wall Street banks accountable for fraud, winning $20 billion for California families. She took on one of the largest for-profit colleges that was scamming students. And in the Senate, she fought for her constituents with the determination of the prosecutor, standing up for reproductive freedom.
Can you think of any laws that give the government the power to make decisions about the male body?
I'm not thinking of any right now, Senator.
She fought to
God, that's such a dumb question. God, that was such a stupid question. Kavanaugh should have roasted her on that one. What do you mean? Every single... Well, the same way that abortion is. No, actually, you know what? Hold on. Fuck, it's early. It's so early. No, it's not really a dumb question. Never mind. I just wanted to hate on Kamala. My bad. I still have some residual racism left over from my early days. And I saw a white man and a black woman fighting, and I instinctively wanted to side with the white man. I'm sorry.
to keep our children safe from the terror of gun violence.
How many of you guys had to have a drill where you learned about how you need to hide in a closet or crouch in a corner in the event that there is a mass shooter? Look at that. Look at that.
On the Intelligence Committee, she
We didn't have... I'm sorry, never mind.
defended our nation against foreign adversaries.
Why? I can't say this. Nathan, do you do mass shooter drills in your school? Nathan, we should do mass shooter drills at home. I guess we already kind of did one.
And in 2020, she made history.
Wait, what do you do? Aren't you supposed to be in school right now? Wait, what the fuck?
United States.
Wait, what day is it? Oh, he's not in chat anymore. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah, you better not be in chat.
She cast the tie-breaking vote to deliver urgent relief to the American people during the pandemic. She beat Big Pharma to lower prescription drug costs and cap the cost of insulin. And led the fight to restore reproductive rights.
I'm
after
worried.
Roe v. Wade was overturned.
We have worked too hard and fought too long to see our daughters grow up in a world with fewer rights than our mothers.
Why do you call the Supreme Court Justice Lady Amy instead of her surname? 'Cause she has a weird, it's not a good surname. It's a masculine first name. It's just weird. Hey, it's Barrett. What? Does she have a gun grafted onto her arm? What do you mean, Barrett? It's Amy. Okay.
Because she's never been afraid to stand up to powerful interests.
Sometimes people will open the door for you and leave it open. Sometimes they won't.
You're always worried?
You need to kick that door down.
Nah.
What the fuck? Did she just say the F word?
It's different.
Wait, where does Barrett put the ammo in his gun? You ever notice that? Does he ever reload ever? What the fuck?
Excuse my language.
Now, she's running for president, still fighting for families like the one.
There's so much that needs to change.
It's about saying we trust the people. We're saying we just want fairness.
Who does someone like Hasan support if it isn't Kamala?
And we are working.
Why does this mouse have so many problems? I don't know, whoever can't win. You always, if you're a radical, you always have to support people who can't win because you can never ever win because you have nothing left to complain about. The worst thing you could ever do is support somebody that could ever be popular enough to win. So just find whoever it is that has no shot in hell of winning that vaguely resembles your policy positions and support those people. That's it.
But we will die.
Palestinians won't win us the election. I'm not even talking about that, you fucking idiot.
Oh.
We're not falling for these folks who are trying to divide us, trying to pull us apart. We know what we stand for.
I hope what happens to the Palestinian families never happens to your fucking bitch ass family, okay? That's not even what I'm talking about. But his racist ass immediately went, the Palestinians won't win us. That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, because why would we think that you were talking about Palestinians when you were earlier complaining about a lack of Palestinian speakers and then white supremacy? Why would we think about that? True. What an idiotic chatter. Good ban, Hasan. I hate streamers that fucking ban chatters. just for disagreeing with them. This is why we live in a ban-free zone in my chats. I've never banned a chatter ever for lodging a simple disagreement in chat, ever. Hasan is a fragile child who's fat.
Which she'll fight for every day.
Weirdo. Yeah, of course I'm gonna permaban him.
Of course.
Loser.
True.
I'ma keep on running cause the winner don't quit on themselves.
I mean, Democrats are so lucky that they're running against a party that has like forgotten how to fucking run for office, okay? That's it. They've literally
Please
forgotten how to run.
Democratic nominee for
That's
president,
it.
Vice President of the United States.
That's the only thing that's carrying the Democratic Party, okay?
It's kind of hard to talk about this without it being a little weird, but like, so one interesting thing is black culture drives a lot of world culture because by virtue of it being American and by virtue of America having like loud culture, like black culture drives so much stuff, especially in terms of music. It is kind of cool since we have like a black future president, okay, hopefully, that you can capitalize on a lot of the because like a lot of the black music and the black, like the gospel-y stuff and like all of that aesthetic is a lot more hype than like the country music aesthetic. No offense to my country music fans out there, but since we have a black lady, we can really capitalize on that. Listen, okay? Do you know how expensive nuclear weapons are? If you see a person getting nuked, it's because there is a whole bunch of ISR. That stands for Intel, Surveillance, and Recon. And they knew it was a bad guy. Even if he doesn't seem like a bad guy, if they're spending that much to go after him, you knew, okay? You know he did some fucked up shit, okay? This is a known bad person. All right? Something was going on here. Something was going on here.
We'll see if she talks about Palestine. I doubt it, though.
You didn't even recognize Beyonce on Time Guesser? Because I already was on Fresh and Fit. Nobody would date Beyonce. She's too old. I would much rather the 19-year-old lady that works at Starbucks because she's nubile and fertile and mobile. I can kick her the fuck out when I'm bringing over a younger, hotter 18-year-old who's more nubile and mobile and fertile.
I mean, she might.
These delegates who have waited for this moment to think that a month ago no one knew what it would look like at the Democratic convention. But this is the unity and, yes, the joy that they have pieced together in short order as they were about to hear.
This beef is much better than the beef I had.
What is the story behind this? Did I spell accidental wrong? Why?
It came dipped, by the way. It came dipped. But I'm gonna dip it anyway. No, Kamala will mention ceasefire.
God, also, I just want to say one more thing, and I hate it so much. I hate it so much. Fuck. Come with me for 5 seconds, okay? 5 seconds, okay? My black brothers and sisters, all right? I will be racist, okay? Because I do hate minorities, okay? I will be racist again, okay? But just let me be woke for 2 seconds. It is so unfair how perfect black people have to be on a stage this big, that you have Michelle and Barack Obama, that you've got like, they have to be wholesome. They've got to have like as the most perfect lives they can. If I swear to God, if a black man got on stage who was on his like third or fourth fucking marriage, if you could imagine Barack Obama fucking porn stars while his wife was at home with a newborn, bro, it would be a field day. There would be, first of all, there would be mass panic among Republican operatives because they would be like, we are out of a job because the attack ads will write themselves. We don't even need to be hired anymore. Like Barack Obama was Stormy like it would be like, imagine if the grab him by the pussy clip came out for Barack Obama. It would be like, we've just been greenlit for the N-word, sir. we could go all out. Okay, it's over for this motherfucker. It is so crazy. Dan made that comment last night. It's destroying my mind. That Andrew Tate shit is wild. If there was this guy is loved by all the fucking Republican people, the Andrew Tate dude, by like 80% of them. And it's like he's on camera doing a full tutorial on how to scam, rape, and sex traffic little girls. And it's just like, well, not everything he says is bad. There's some good that can be taken out of that, right? Like, what the fuck?
He will. You'll see.
Why'd you go so baby gloves on the Harvard PhD guy? I got to on your behalf. It's hard to communicate to somebody why. It's hard to communicate in the middle of the debate why you can't just use a couple quotes to prove something. And when I start to explain that, it just sounds like a code. So I tune out of the conversation. I stop caring. It's just it's irritating to like, well, here's 2 quotes. And it's like, okay, well, fuck me. Like, what the fuck do you want me to say? Like, here's a quote. Somebody suggested maybe I should just find the opposite quotes. It's like, okay, well, what about this quote when they said, oh, well, we could live with the Arabs peacefully. Now what? It's just retarded.
It's not going to be enough, but she guarantee will mention it.
You should have an analogy for that ready. Well, I would imagine the counter would be, okay, well, fine. You've got all these quotes that say this thing. Okay, well, let's look at the actual historical record. Let's look at the actions. Why did they agree to this agreement? But then they hit you up with the, well, actually. They didn't mean it. Oh, fuck! Well, fuck me. Fuck me, fam. Fuck me. What was I thinking? Of course, it was a fake agreement that they said in front of the whole world. Why didn't I think of that? Then you know what the Arabs should have done. It's funny because I forgot all their names. Ben-Ami even calls this out in his book. He says the Arabs should have just called the Israeli bluff because some of them might have been fake agreements. The Israelis might have said some things knowing that the Arabs would say no out of hand, right? I don't know if in Lucerne, I don't know if Israel would have actually accepted 100 to 200,000 Palestinian refugees. I'm not sure. That could be like the day one peace offering that Hamas made after October 7th, where they're like, okay, can we peace? Because there's still people like in your country that we need to like extract. Not that they would give a fuck about extracting them, but then the Arabs should have called their bluff. The Arabs should have been like, okay, fine, 200,000 Arabs, fucking A, dude. All right, take it. We're chill, and then see what the Jews do next. But the Arabs couldn't do politics. I don't know why. I don't know enough about. I don't know enough about the history to know why. My guess is just when you've been that dominant in like a huge empire for so long, and other people have ran your. Well, because I guess for a long time, technically the Turks ran politics for the Arabs, right? Because they were kind of the ones in charge of at least the Ottoman Empire, right? So maybe, I don't know, maybe they forgot. Politicking was a lost art. Is the Sam Harris convo streamed or a podcast? Don't ask about it. I don't know when it's coming out. I'm supposed to talk today at 3. And they were making me drive to a studio. I don't know why. I said I could record at home. And they were like, we prefer our people go to a studio. So I've got to drive 12 minutes. Okay, fuck me. And then it'll probably be released in 7 years, since that's what everybody's timetable is like. Also, I've never had anybody. That guy, he did the best appeal to authority. I've never had somebody do this before. Usually, when people say they're a doctor, usually they're faking being a doctor so they can sell you some bullshit medical stuff, but they have like a PhD in English. This guy was an MD who was using his doctor as a physician to fake having a PhD in history. Who does that? Because he says he has like a PhD in history. He says PhD in history or whatever. And that's why I said in the video, I was like, hold on, why you call yourself a doctor? You're not done with you haven't defended your thesis yet, though. And he's like, oh, well, I'm a medical doctor. It's like, well, okay, sure, but like, that's kind of disingenuous, all right? If you were in a hall full of history students and a guy really needed help defending his history thesis, and he says, is anyone here a doctor? He's not looking for you, loser, okay? Wasn't it religious something? Well, it was a PhD in religious studies, which I imagine might have some overlap with history. Who knows? But
Good evening. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
oh yeah, one of his citations were to Chomsky as an expert in Israel Palestine, bro. I don't even know if Chomsky would cite himself as an expert there. In fact, I'm willing to bet that if we were to go and find that book, Chomsky was probably citing somebody else. That'd be my guess. I don't think he's done any original research or anything. He weaseled on the Dhimmi second class stuff. There's a whole world of like arguments over how bad the Dhimmi status was. And I've seen it on both extremes. I've seen all the way from actually being a Dhimmi was based because you don't have to serve in the military. Your jizya, okay, which is the tax you pay, was only 15%, which was the same or less than what the ordinary citizen paid. And you got your own protected area. Awesome. That's like one version of Dhimmi status I've read. And then the second version was Dhimmi status was humiliating and terrible because anytime you were in a non-Dhimmi protected area, like for instance, I think there were rules. I haven't studied this in depth, so this is all 10% confidence, okay? But like if you weren't allowed to ever ride a camel, okay? So you had to walk or ride donkeys because you were a loser, I guess. If you walked in front of like mosques, I think you had to like take your sandals off. You might have had to, did you have to crawl past or you couldn't make eye contact with Muslims? There was a whole bunch of like cringe rules, supposedly. So I've heard both ends. I don't know how bad or how good it was, you know, but... Do you think he's a hate watcher? He kept referencing Destiny memes. No, I think History Speaks just prepped him a lot. I think that's what happened. I think he was prepped by History Speaks a lot. Probably very complicated because Jews were second class in Europe too, so it probably varied throughout time. Yeah, but it was different because Europe acknowledges that Jews were second class, and they kind of holocausted them. So they're like, yeah, we kind of fucked you guys over. But like Arabs today, you talk to them, and they're like, oh, Arabs and Jews? Let me tell you, there's never been a longer friendship in history than that of the Arab and the Jew. When the Jews were persecuted in Europe, they came to us, and we welcomed them with open arms. We protected them with Dhimmi status. We didn't let other people hurt them. We were the best friend of the Jew when we were so friendly with them. So many of them became Muslim, coincidentally, in a video game. But anyway, yeah.
Please, thank you so very much.
Why am I so much louder than the video?
Thank you, everyone.
Because Hasan's stream volume is quiet. Because you guys are weird. You guys are very queer, and I mean that not in the sexually insulting sense. But in the, you guys, look, go watch this video. You guys are the most weird audio fucking losers on the internet. Every other thing I watch, this is so quiet. And you guys are telling me I'm too quiet, okay? There's probably still people that say I'm too quiet. I think it's a bot network. I think that there's a lot of you guys that are plugged into some crazy bot network, and it's like every single year we're gonna get Destiny to bump his stream volume by like 2 decibel. Okay, you're literally doing the Dwight quarters in the phone prank to me, and now here we are in 2024. I probably have the loudest fucking stream on the internet, and you guys are like, we can barely fucking hear you, dude. We can barely fucking hear you. And then I go and listen to this shit, and it's like there's no volume. This is maxed. This volume is maxed out, and I can barely hear this guy.
Okay, let's get to business. Let's get to business. All right. So let me start by thanking my most incredible husband, Doug, for being an incredible partner to me, an incredible father to Cole and Ella, and happy anniversary, Dougie.
Hold on. Wait, her daughter's name is Colin? Why would you do that? Oh, Cole and Ella. God damn it. Am I crazy or... They're like related. Brothers, right? I think I get this one. I think you have to give me this one. You have to give me this one. I think so. Hold on, we're pulling this one. We're pulling this one. They could absolutely be brothers. Brothers? Question mark? Yes. No. There's a great paper about Arab historical revisionism regarding dhimmi status. Uncle Tom and the Happy Dhimmi. What? Oh. On Middle East Forum. I am going to be honest, okay? Because I'm known for not being honest. So I have to call out when I am being honest. What did Dan say? I say too much? Let me be clear. I get hella sussy vibes now whenever I'm debating somebody or listening to somebody speak about Israeli issues and they're Arab. I'm like, hold on. 1 second, sir. Hold on. Am I getting... Are we doing that? Are we doing the thing right now? Is that happening right now? Is this what's going on right now? Or is this not happening right now? I can't tell. Is this what do the Jews feel like? Will you see it everywhere? I'm not sure. But I'm only doing it in a racist manner right now, not against like countries or other people yet, but. Oh wait, did I link this poll in chat yet? No, I didn't. Hold on, here you go. Fuck you guys. 30%. You guys just do this shit to troll me, okay? You do this shit to troll me. He's much closer to Tom Hanks? What? What are you talking about? You know what? 35%. I'll take it.
I love you so very much. To our President Joe Biden.
Wait. No! Hold on. I know exactly where we're.
Oh, very much. Oh, an incredible. I love you so very much. To our President Joe Biden.
Why did they? Destiny's working the cameras. I think that's Joe. That's Joe and Jill, right?
When I think about the path that we have traveled together, Joe, I am filled with gratitude. Your record is extraordinary,
That's not Joe.
as history will show, and your character is inspiring. And Doug and I love you and Jill and are forever thankful to you both. And your character is inspiring, and Doug and I love you and Jill and are forever.
God damn. I don't want to do the weird, no creepy sexual comments or whatever, okay? The one picture of her was really bad. This is the one that Haninia, is that his name? Richard was saying, look, she looks very nice. This is a really well put together. This is nice. Damn, he did her real dirty with that one, with the still on the video. He did her super dirty.
We're thankful to you both.
No shit. He made her president.
And to Coach Champ.
Kamala's president? Already? Awesome. Nice. When Hasan is doing his homework, he doesn't have to figure out his own talking points. He just steal them from conservatives. Yes. King.
You are going to be an incredible vice president.
This guy is like a vibe Gandhi. He's just, God, he's such good vibes. He's such a good, Walz is the kind of guy where there's a tragedy and he's like a hardcore atheist, but he still leads the group in prayer. He's just like, I don't know why, he's just got these unbelievably transcendent vibes.
And to the delegates and everyone who has put your faith in our campaign.
Walz is the kind of guy who comes back from war with a bastard child that's not even his bastard, but he covers for the child because he knows that if the kingdom found out the truth of where they came from, the child would be killed.
Your support is humbling. So, America, the path that led me here in recent weeks was no doubt unexpected. But I'm no stranger to unlikely journeys. So, my mother, our mother, Shamala Harris, had one of her own. And I miss her every day, and especially right now. And I know she's looking down smiling. I know that. So my mother was 19 when she crossed the world alone, traveling from India.
Sorry, fuck. She brought up her mom. Text your mom. Tell your moms. We're pausing right now. Tell your moms you love them, okay? Hold on.
To California with an unshakable dream to be the scientist who would cure breast cancer.
My mom might think it's my special goodbye message if I say that out of the blue. What have you made her? Jesus Christ. Jesus. We don't need you bringing down the energy of chat like that, actually, okay? That was wholly inappropriate. We don't need you bringing down our vibes. Wait, does anybody have the, who was the Twitch streamer where that happened? Twitch streamer complains, donation message, vibes. Fuck. What am I thinking of? God, Vera, you're a queen. Was it Eris that did that? No, I thought it was a different streamer. I thought it was like a small streamer. Oh, is this?
And it's chef's in Spanish, and it's chef's kiss. All right.
I think it was this.
Curvy, where the fuck have you been? Oh my God. Well, tell you what, Miss Dirty Curvy, you know what we're not going to do? We're not going to talk about it in my chat.
It was like, where have you been? And the guy was like, I think his mom died or something. It was something depressing. And he was like, bro.
Curvy, you know what we're not going to do?
He didn't understand. It was like when you asked me, like, hey, dude, what's up? How's it going? And the guy's like, it's actually going really bad right now. I'm going to be honest. I'm kind of considering killing myself. And you're like, bro, I was just asking that. It's like a formality. I don't actually give a fuck. You're supposed to say, oh, I'm doing great. How are you? And then we just go on with our day. Why the fuck would you answer that with sincerity? Are you fucking retarded? You should.
We're not going to talk about it in my chat because it's Friday, and that is a whole big bucket of bummer. And I'm sorry.
Bucket of bummer, bro. That's a Monday message. That's a Monday message. You shouldn't be telling me you're sad your mom is dead. For Friday, you should be telling me how much fun you had at the funeral, bro.
And I'm sorry for your loss, but we're not doing that in my fucking chat.
God, if I ever use phrases like bucket of bummer, oh my God. Oh no.
Thank you. Well, okay, Miss Dirty Kirby, you said, no, that's fine. You asked, so I told. No, I didn't ask you to tell me the biggest fucking bummer news in the world. I said, hey, what's up? How are you? You know what? Let me give you a little bit of a lesson, Miss Nerdy Kirby. When something really, really bad is going on in your life, and in a public forum, someone asks you, hey, what's up? How are you? There are two acceptable responses. Good, and you know what? I'll make it through. That's it. How are you? Good, or you know what? I'll make it through. Awesome. Love to hear it. See, there you go. Or Prom's response. Yeah, I said, Prom, how are you doing? She says, I'm alive. There you go. Oh, I asked you where you were. Look, Mr. Kirby, I'm just subtly trying to tell you that
subtly
unloading really heavy news in people's chats on Twitch is not like good etiquette. It's not the place to do it. That's all I'm trying to tell you. That's it. I figured this is a good opportunity to inform you.
He is right. He is correct. He's just saying it in the most autistic way possible. Because then it should be like stream reception. Or I guess it is stream reception right now. Hey, buddy, when somebody says something that's over the top and real awkward, what you should say is, wow, your mom died? That's pretty heavy. I'm really sorry for you, though. I hope you're doing better. And then if you want, you can chastise them later. Okay, you can email them or type in chat like, hey, that was pretty heavy for chat, okay? Chill. He is correct, though.
Your mom died? Damn, it's a shame it wasn't you. Damn. Anyway, she was a wonderful woman. Thanks, Panther Piss. I'm just messing around, but it was unnecessary for you to share that worthless comment with us. And everything I said in response to the comment was accurate.
When she finished school, she was supposed to return home to a traditional arranged marriage. But as fate would have it, she met my father, Donald Harris, a student from Jamaica. They fell in love and got married, and that act of self-determination made my sister Maya and me. Growing up, we moved a lot.
Donald was the goat.
I will always remember that big Mayflower truck packed with all our belongings, ready to go to Illinois, to Wisconsin, and wherever our parents' jobs took us. My early memories of our parents
Nothing is
together
more annoying.
are very joyful ones.
Why can I not use the spacebar to pause the video player? Did Twitch change this? I feel like every video player on the internet pauses with the spacebar. Nothing's more annoying than streamers getting donuts talking about how they're saved from their depression and hard times. Just cringe. I appreciate those, actually. I do like to be saving people's lives because that is what we do here, okay? We save lives up here, all right? Doctors can only save one life at a time. I'm saving 10,000 lives at a time, all right? Do you understand how important I am?
A home filled with laughter and music, Aretha, Coltrane, and Miles. At the park, my mother would say, stay close. But my father would say, as he smiled,
do people really listen? I can understand Aretha Franklin, sure. But are people really listening to Miles Davis records or Coltrane records? I don't believe that. That's stolen valor, okay? As somebody who majored in saxophone, Coltrane sucks. Okay. No, who? Every time somebody tells me bullshit, I don't believe. People that play jazz are the #1 bullshitters in the world. What's that one stupid fucking song? Do 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 do. What's this fucking stupid song? What am I thinking of? Favorite things. That's it. People. Jazz players listen to this. Are like, oh yeah, bro, you just don't get it. You don't get how cool this is right now. You don't get it, bro. You don't get it, bro. Now it's cool. Now we're harmonically grounded again. Never mind. Hold on. Okay. You know what? Actually, fuck. Now I feel like I could listen to this whole thing. Do you think your ear changes every 7 years like your taste buds do? Never mind. We're not getting this right now. I don't believe anybody that says they like this stuff. Okay. Fuck them. All right.
Run, Kamala, run. Don't be afraid. Don't let anything stop you.
Why is she talking about her dad?
From my earliest years, he taught me to be fearless.
This is weird.
But the harmony between...
What?
Famously
my parents
doesn't talk
did not
about his
last.
dad.
When I was in elementary school, they split up. And it was mostly my mother who raised us.
Like how Hasan doesn't talk that much about his multi-million-dollar ultra-wealthy parents? Is that weird? Or wait, why would we make this comment?
Before she could finally afford to buy a home, she rented a small apartment in the East Bay. In the Bay.
He's joking? Oh, okay. I can never tell. My bad.
You either live
Her dad's
in the
alive.
hills or the flatlands. We lived in the flats. A beautiful working class
Wait, no,
neighborhood.
he isn't? Oh, okay. I don't know.
Firefighters, nurses, and construction workers.
Her dad's alive, just not in his in her life.
Lawns with pride.
Well, if they, I mean, if didn't we see in the prequel video or whatever that that her mom raised her alone, so they were probably divorced at an early age. Wouldn't it make sense that she probably just wouldn't talk about it much?
My mother, she worked long hours, and like many working parents, she leaned on a trusted circle to help raise us. Mrs.
Her
Shelton,
dad's a Marxist
who ran
professor
the
at Stanford.
daycare below us and became a
He's not going where I think he's going, right? Is he about to make the argument that the reason why Kamala's not going to bring his dad up is because he's too far left? He's not. No shot. He's not about to do that. No shot. Let me grab a Red Bull. Hold on. No shot. That's not going to happen. Not our Hasan. He would never.
second mother. Uncle Sherman, Aunt Mary.
I don't think he's making that argument, but it's definitely implied and his Chet understands. Why would he even bring up his dad's
Uncle
profession or
Freddie.
her dad's profession then?
Auntie Chris, none of them family by blood, and all of them family by love. Family who taught us how to make gumbo, how to play chess, and sometimes even let us win.
Double chunk chocolate cookies.
Family who loved us, believed in us, and told us we could be anything and do anything.
I don't know why people cry
They instilled
at
in
these
us
speeches.
the
Like, I genuinely don't
values
understand
they
it.
personified. Community.
He's so cool and above it all. He's so cool and above it all. To be fair, I would say the exact same thing. But since he said it first, I'm going to make fun of him. What a fucking loser. Obviously, there are women and black people that see a strong black woman for the first time on the precipice of the presidency. Okay? It's a historic moment. They're proud.
Faith. And the importance of treating others as you would want to be treated. With kindness, respect, and compassion. My mother was a brilliant, 5-foot-tall, brown woman with an accent. And as the eldest child, I saw how the world would sometimes treat her. But my mother never lost her cool. She was tough, courageous, a trailblazer in the fight for women's health, and she taught Maya and me a lesson that Michelle mentioned the other night. She taught us to never complain about injustice, but do something about it. Do something about it.
Imagine if somebody's up there and you share 100% of your opinions with. I mean, there are people whose opinions I align with quite a bit.
Imagine, wait, what did he say? Imagine someone's up there and you...
About it.
Imagine if somebody's up there and you share 100% of your opinions.
Oh, and you share 100% of their... Okay.
Opinions with. I mean, there are people whose opinions I align with quite a bit.
And
What does
she
that
also
have to
taught
do
us,
with
and
anything?
never do anything half-assed. And that is a direct quote.
You do feel emotional appeal is important though, right? Yeah, of course, obviously. I'm not the target audience for any of this stuff, and I shouldn't be. Can you imagine Trump ever making an emotional or touching speech? No, but that's not really what he is like. That's not his strength. That's not what he plays to. He's not supposed to make those types of appeals. He's like the cool outsider, like maverick type, like that archetype is what he fills, I think, for his speeches.
A direct quote. I grew up immersed in the ideals of the civil rights movement. My parents had met at a civil rights gathering, and they made sure that we learned about civil rights leaders, including the lawyers like Thurgood Marshall and Constance Baker Motley. Those who battled in the courtroom to make real the promise of America.
Her dad is literally a Marxist.
So at a young age.
Is her dad literally a Marxist? If I look this guy up, is he just going to be like a Kamala Harris Wikipedia? Ooh, early life. Parents. Harris's father. It's a Jamaican-American economist and professor emeritus, I don't know how to pronounce this, emeritus at Stanford University, known for applying post-Keynesian ideas to development economies or economics. His 1978 book, Capital Accumulation and Income Distribution, critiques mainstream economic theories using mathematical modeling to propose an alternative model for thinking about the effects of capital accumulation on income inequality, economic growth, instability, and other phenomena. He's worked extensively on analysis and policy regarding the economy of Jamaica. He served in Jamaica at various times as economic policy consultant. If he was a Marxist, I feel like the Wiki Warriors would have already thrown that in here. Is the talk page where all the Hi, Paul Eric. How about we add Marx Economist to the lead and then add the sentence I added to the lead, original of the body? Harris was influenced by and makes use of a variety of people rather than awkwardly search for ways to elevate his connection to Marx above everything else. Now that he's found himself to be brought into the culture wars, try to actually summarize the body of literature about him. That would mean searching for sources about Donald Harris and summarizing them proportionally rather than searching for Donald Harris Marxist and Control F to find a way to say he's a Marxist. Damn, there it is. Yeah, that's what I would have imagined people would be trying to do.
I decided I wanted to do that work. I wanted to be a lawyer.
And hates
and when
her
it
for
came
this reason.
time to choose,
Wait, and hates who? Sorry, I hit it back up.
Marshall and Constance Baker Motley, those who battled in the courtroom to make real the promise of America.
Her dad is literally a Marxist.
So at a young age, I decided I wanted to do that work. I wanted to be a lawyer.
And hates
and when
her
it
for this
came
reason.
time to choose.
Wait, he's saying that her dad hates her because she was a cop, or because does her dad even hate her, or is this
the type of law I would pursue? I reflected on a pivotal moment in my life. You see, when I was in high school, I started to notice something about my best friend Wanda. She was sad at school.
I didn't really follow the DNC that closely, but something I see coming from the right is that Kamala still hasn't put forth the platform. Is that true? She doesn't talk about policy that much, I think, from what I've seen. To be fair, I haven't followed a ton of news about her, so it might be true. But if so, it's good. They need to stay away from policy and like hit this like hype train and then hit all of the emotional points. Because right now, I think that's just more important when campaigning than doing policy. You don't want to be Joe Biden debating Donald Trump, where you're just like 42% blah blah blah, and Trump's like, I'm the best. Like, yeah, hit these emotional points and then just like carry through on your like little hype wave. Okay, roll with your vibes. Don't let Republicans bait you into trying to do policy analysis. Nobody gives a fuck. Certainly not Republicans. Also, when you say attacks from the right, who the fuck cares what your right-leaning friend thinks? It's not like if you started talking about policy, he would suddenly vote for Kamala Harris. like who the fuck cares? Yeah.
And there were times she didn't want to go home. So one day I asked if everything was all right, and she confided in me that she was being sexually abused by her stepfather. And I immediately told her she had to come stay with us, and she did. This is one of the reasons I became a prosecutor, to protect people like Wanda, because I believe everyone has a right to safety, to dignity, and to justice.
It's a pretty solid speech. It's better than I expected.
When I had a case,
Well, there you go. You gave her some
I
credit.
charged it not in the name of the victim, but in the name of the people. For a simple reason. In our system of justice, a harm against any one of us is a harm
I think it's because
against
the cookie's
all of
good.
us.
5 booms.
Justice.
Wait.
In the name.
It's a pretty solid speech. It's better than I expected.
When I had a case, I charged it not in the name of the victim, but in the name of the people.
Wait, I don't understand that. If you're a DA or a prosecutor, aren't all your cases in the name of the people? Like you don't litigate matters between two individuals, right? It's always like the state of California, the state of.
Simple reason. In our system of justice, a harm.
That's her point, isn't it? Well, yeah, but she's acting like she did like some unique thing. But it's like, well, yeah, no shit. You're the DA. Of course you're. But maybe not. But there might be a different thing she's referring to that I don't know about. She actually has a background in law, so I assume that she knows what she's talking about, hopefully. A bigger background than I do.
Harm against any one of us is a harm
I think it's because
against
the cookie's
all of
good.
us.
5 booms.
And I would often explain this to console survivors of crime, to remind them no one should be made to fight alone. We are all in this together. And every day, In the courtroom, I stood proudly before a judge and I said 5 words.
5 words. What were they? As a prosecutor, 5 words to be the most baller. Your Honor, this man is guilty. I have no idea. Fuck me. Whatever. I have no idea.
Kamala Harris for the people.
Fuck me. Okay, whatever.
And to be clear, my entire career, I've only had one client, the people. And so, on behalf of the people, on behalf of every American, regardless of party, race, gender, or the language your grandmother speaks, on behalf of my mother and everyone who has ever set out on their own unlikely journey, on behalf of Americans like the people I grew up.
I feel normal voters want to know policy, not just the vibes of a candidate. The Harris campaign will need to talk policy eventually to win voters. Nah, normal voters don't give a fuck. You guys are retarded as fuck. You guys absolutely don't give a fuck about policy. You don't even know what the fuck is happening in your own country. You don't even know what the fuck is happening with your own wallets and your own economy. You have no fucking idea. People literally think that the microsecond a new president comes in, the economy has either been great or has gone to shit. Like, you have actually no idea. You just spam like the same 7 comments over and over again. Like, do you know what the cost of groceries are? Hold on, let me order from DoorDash real quick. Like, get the fuck out of here. Fucking people don't give a fuck about it. Republicans have proved, okay, that people don't give a fuck about policy. Absolutely not.
With people who work hard, chase their dreams.
Link the burrito taxi meme. Link it. Give me the burrito taxi meme. That's you right now.